Dear children, today we are going to see the topic mountain forests in geography chapter number 5. Let us start this topic. The decreasing temperature with increasing altitude leads to the corresponding change in the natural vegetation in mountainous areas. So we all know that as we move to the upper altitude, as we move up to the mountainous region, the temperature decreases. Such type of natural vegetation belts can be found in the tropical tundra region. So tundra region, let me tell you about this. Tundra ecosystems are treeless region found in the Arctic and the top of mountains where the climate is cold and windy and rainfall is scanty. Tundra lands are covered with snow for much of the year, but summers bring bursts of wildflowers. The wet temperature type of forests are found between heights of 1000 and 2000 meters. So wet temperate, here the mean rainfall is 150 centimeter to 300 centimeter. The mean annual temperature is about 11 degree to 14 degree and the average relative humidity is over 80%. Oaks and chestnut trees predominate here. Trees like pine, deodar, silver fir, spruce and cedar are found in the temperate forest between 1500 and 3000 meters. These forests cover mostly the southern slopes of the Himalayas, placing places having high altitude in southern and northeast India. Now, temperate grasslands are common at higher elevations. Temperate forests and grassland give way to the alpine vegetation at high altitudes, generally more than 3600 meters above sea level. So, alpine plants are plants that grow in an alpine climate which occurs at high elevation and above the tree line. The common trees of these forests are silver fir, junipers, pines, and birches. However, they get progressively stunted as they approach the snow line. Stunted here means the growth of the trees become very slow. Then about snow line. The snow line is a level above which snow lie all year. Finally, they merge into alpine grasslands through shrubs and scrubs. They merge into alpine grasslands through scrubs and shrubs. These are mostly used for grazing by nomadic tribes. Nomadic tribe is those who move from one place to another with their animals, like the Gurjars and the Bakarwals of Kashmir region. Mosses and lichens form the part of tundra vegetation at higher altitudes. Mosses and lichens. These are simple organisms which we have all seen growing on trees and rocks. The Kashmir stag, spotted deer, wild sheep, jackrabbit, Tibetan antelope, yak, snow leopard, squirrels, shaggy horn, wild ibex, bear, and rare red panda Sheep and goats with thick hair are the common animals found in this forest. Then comes the mangrove forest. Next forest. The mangrove tidal forests are found in the areas of coastal influenced by tides. Silt and mud get accumulated on such coast. Silt and mud gets deposited on such coasts. Dense mangroves are the common varieties with roots of the plants submerged under water. In the diagram, in the picture, you can see how the roots of the plants are submerged under water. Such vegetation covers the deltas of the Ganga, the Mahanadi, the Krishna, the Godavari. Sundari trees are found in the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, which provide durable hard timber. Palm, coconut, keura, agar also grow in some parts of the delta. Here, delta, what is the meaning of delta? Let me tell you. An area of flat land shaped like a triangle where a river divides into smaller rivers as it goes into the sea. So, you all have understood this. That is, delta is a low triangular area of alluvial deposits where a river divides before entering into a large water body, that is like sea. The most famous animal in is Royal Bengal tiger in these forests. Turtles, crocodiles, gharials and snakes are also found in these forests. Then come to wildlife. Like India is a country full of fauna like its flora. There are 90,000 animal species. The country has about 2,000 species of birds. They constitute 13% of the world's total. There are 2,546 species of fish, which account for nearly 12% of the world's stock. It also shares between 5 and 8% of the world's amphibians, reptiles, and mammals. Amphibians, you all know that those animals which live on the water as well as on the land. The elephants are the most majestic animals among the mammals. They are found in the hotbed forests of Assam, Karnataka, and Kerala, swampy and marshy lands of Assam and West Bengal are best living places for one-horned rhinoceros. Dry areas of the Run of Kutch and Thar Desert are habitat for wild ass and camels respectively. There are so many other animals found in India like Indian bison, nilgai, that is called blue bull, chausinga, four-horned antelope, gazelle and monkeys. None other than India has both tigers and lions. Gir forest in Gujarat is the only natural habitat of the Indian lion. Tigers are found in the forest of Madhya Pradesh, the Sundarbans of West Bengal and the Himalayan region. Leopards are also the cat family. They are also animals of prey. The Himalayas harbor a hardy range of animals which survive in extreme cold. Ladakh's freezing high altitude are a home to yak, the shaggy horned wild ox weighing around 1 ton, the Tibetan antelope, the baral, blue sheep, wild sheep, and the kyang, Tibetan wild ass. Furthermore, the ibex, bear, snow leopard, and rare red panda are found in certain pockets. Paragraph of wildlife, we have seen swamp and marshy areas, swampy and marshy land. Then a swamp is an area of land permanently filled with water. Marshy means what we call in Hindi, that is daldal. Then in the rivers, lakes and coastal areas, turtles, crocodiles and gharials are found. The latter is the only representative of a variety of crocodiles found in the world today. Birds. Life in India is colorful. Peacocks, peasants, ducks, parakeets, cranes, and pigeons are some of the birds inhabiting the forests and wetlands of the country. Crops are selected from its biodiverse environment, that is, from the rivers of edible plants. Many medicinal plants have been experimented and selected. The animals were selected from stock provided by nature as milch cattle. Milch cattle means those animals which give milk. Animals like cow, goat, buffalo which give milk. We got power, transportation, meat and eggs from them. Nutritive food is provided by fish. So we get eggs from hen and meat from goat. Many insects help in pollination of crops and fruit trees and exert biological control on such insects which are harmful. Every species has a significant role to play in the ecosystem. Hence, conservation is essential. The ecosystem has been disturbed due to the excessive exploitation of the plants and animals. So, about 1300 species, plant species are endangered and 20 species are extinct. Quite a few animal species are also endangered and some have been extinct. The main causes of this major threat to nature are hunting by greedy hunters for commercial purposes. So greedy hunters, they hunt the animals for some commercial purposes. Pollination due to chemical and industrial waste, acid deposits, introduction of alien species and reckless cutting of the forest to bring land under cultivation and habitation are also responsible for the imbalance. So, human beings are cutting trees for setting up of industries and for cultivation and to build houses, etc. So these are all responsible for the imbalance. To protect the flora and fauna of the country, the government has taken many steps. Taken by the government. Let us see now. 18 biosphere reserves have been set up in the country to protect flora and fauna. 10 out of these, the Sundarbans, Nanda Devi, the Gulf of Mannar, the Nilgiri, Nokrek, Great Nicobar, Manas, Simlipal, Pachmadi, Amarkantak have been included in the World Network of Biosphere Reserves. So, what do you mean by biosphere reserves? Let me tell you. The biosphere reserves are the protected area reserved for the conservation of endangered species of flora and fauna in their natural habitat is called a biosphere reserve. So, what are the uses of biosphere reserve? Endangered species of animals and plants are protected. These rare plants and animals are transmitted to the future generations in all their natural glory, and the surrounding areas are reserved for research work for the betterment of flora and fauna. Then next is financial and technical assistance is provided to many botanical gardens by the government since 1992. Project Tiger, Project Rhino, Project Great Indian Bustard and many other eco-developmental projects have been introduced, and 103 national parks, 535 wildlife sanctuaries and zoological gardens are set up to take care of natural heritage. So all of us must realize the importance of this natural ecosystem for our own survival. So it is possible if indiscriminate destruction of natural environment is put to an immediate end. We came to the end of this chapter. So in the next class we are going to see the new chapter. Thank you very much, children.